Good morning. We are in the kitchen and I am going to get supper on in the crock pot. I've got my little crock pot out here. Y'all, this is not on my meal plan, but this is what happened. Let me explain. So I woke up this morning and I had an idea. Okay, I had a meal idea. And I don't know for sure how this is going to turn out, but we're going to find out. So, yeah, just go along and we'll see how this goes. So I am putting about 2, I think, I can't tell, they're frozen together, 2 chicken breasts, or maybe that's chicken tenders. It's got chicken breast on the bag, but 2 small chicken breasts. I'm going to season them up with some salt and pepper. Just a wee bit. There we go. A little bit of pepper. And then I'm going to put this Kinder's roast chicken seasoning on there. That just sounds good to me. We like Kinder's stuff. And we'll have to shake that up. Whoop. And I opened it. Ooh, there we go. I don't want to put too much seasoning on here because I am going to put in a bottle of this Kinder's garlic. Oh, that's marinade. I thought it was barbecue sauce. Time out. Let me back up and pun on this. You never saw any of that, okay? We're going to put this bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's Hawaiian barbecue sauce in there. And we're going to put this in the crock pot and let it go. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys what my plan is. Just going to show you. And we're going to see how this works out. Again, it might work out, it might not. But y'all, have this idea and I have got to act on it. Like, I've got to. And I'm going to save a little bit of this barbecue sauce to put on top of our idea that I have when it gets done. So, all right, let me clean up this mess and get this in the crock pot. I'm going to cook it on low for about 6 hours or so. And then we're going to take the chicken out, we're going to shred it, and then we're going to move on to the next step that's in my mind that I'm really hoping works out because it sounds delicious and I really want to try this. So let's get this in the crock pot and I'm going to clean up my mess. Anybody else love chili cheese tots from like Sonic or wherever? I like them at Sonic. Well, that's what I'm making for lunch. So I've got a few of the little tater rounds and I am just going to, if I can get it to spray just a little bit, and it's going everywhere. A little bit of vegetable oil spray on there. We're going to get these in the oven and get them cooked up. Let's put these chili cheese tots together. We're just going to eat off of one plate. So I'm just going to put them all on one. Y'all, the oven crisped them things up just like I like them. I do want to add a little bit of salt. Just a tiny bit. There we go. All right. Let's move this out of the way. Make sure that's not too hot. Now I've got my Van Camp's chili right here, and I just heated it up. And we are going to kind of stack these up a little bit. I apologize for the sniffling. I can't get my allergies under control. I will not use this whole can today, but I'll put it in the fridge and make lunch with it tomorrow. We may have the same thing tomorrow. I don't know. We shall see. I just want to get a little chili. There we go. Yeah, so I've still got that much left. And now I'm using my favorite Colby Jack. We're going to put this over the top. I just thought that a good sweet yellow onion would be so good with this. But I don't want to have to chop one right now. There we go. Now I'm just going to put this in the microwave for just a few seconds until the cheese melts. There's lunch. Let's go eat, y'all. All right, y'all, we are going to kind of try this pie. It's called an apple butter pie. And this one I'm going to use a jar of my home canned apple butter. I'm taste testing this one. One, because yum. And two, because I want to see if this is a new pie to us. And I want to see if this will be good to put on my Thanksgiving table next Friday when we all get together for Thanksgiving. So, I'm bringing y'all along with me. In my bowl, I've got 2 eggs, and I'm just going to beat them well. All right, to that, I need a ½ cup of sugar. Y'all, I'm using Splenda. We're going to try this out, see how it does. It may not work, and if it doesn't, then I will know next time not to use it. Half cup of apple butter, 2 tablespoons cornstarch, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, and we're going to mix this. Now we're going to add 2 cups of whole milk. I'm using whole milk. It says it's best to use a high-fat milk for this recipe. You can even use evaporated or half and half. So I am using whole milk. And then whisk this together. Now we've got our pie crust, and we're just going to pour this into the pie crust. Y'all, that looks very thin. Trust the process. And I've got this sitting on a baking sheet so that if it bubbles, it'll be okay. Now I'm just going to take my whisk, and without hitting the bottom of the pie crust, I am just going to mix just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. There we go. This is going to go into a 375-degree oven for about an hour, hour and 5 minutes. The recipe says to start checking it at about 50 minutes. So that's what we'll do. And we will see how all this comes together and makes a beautiful pie. So let's get this in the oven. It's time to check our pie, our apple butter pie. Oh my. Whoop. Now I did cover the crust with some aluminum foil because I didn't want it to burn. It got a little bit browner than what I normally like. So we can take that off. Y'all, now I want to show you, okay? It's still a little jiggly, okay? That's okay. It's going to, it's going to finish sitting here cooling. I'm going to get my cooling rack out. I'm going to set it over here on the other counter. We're going to take this off of this baking sheet and we're going to put it over on the cooling rack. So let me get that done. It's time to cook supper, y'all. And we're going to move on with this invention. We're going to see how this goes. Our chicken's down over there in the crock pot. I've just got it on keep warm. And I'm trying to decide whether I want to peel these potatoes or leave the peels on. And I don't know what I want to do. So I've got to make that decision. I've got 5 potatoes washed and laid out here on a towel to dry. I've got to decide what I want to do. I mean, I could save myself some time here and do this the quick way. I want to get these potatoes dried because as soon as I get them cut, I'm going to add some butter to them. All right. Let's make this decision. What are we going to do? I don't know. Let me think on this. All right, I think I made a decision. I am going to leave the peels on. I'm going to use my mandolin slicer. Well, that just kind of fell over, didn't it? Okay. We're just going to use our slicer. Get these all sliced up. Now, let me put this on here. There we go. This is about the thickness that I want them, right there. Y'all, I may not need all 5 of these. May not. We'll see. We'll see. We shall see. Need 3. I'm going to do this big one now. Let's see what we've got. I'm going to go get my baking sheet and get these laid out on it, and we will be right back. All right, I've got my baking sheet out here, and we're just going to layer these potatoes on here. something like this. Some of them are a little bit thinner because I did have my bowl a little full, so we're just gonna lay them out. Those will get crispy. It'll be fine. It'll all be good. So we're just gonna lay them out like that. Have you already guessed what I'm gonna try to do here? I'm telling y'all, it's like I had a dream about this or something. And I woke up and it was like, I need to fix that tonight. Weird. Super weird. But it just sounds good. It just does. And again, I know this is not on my meal plan, but sometimes, you know, you can deviate from that. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. And I think that this is going to be plenty for us. I'm pretty sure. Maybe a little more than plenty. But if we have leftovers, that's okay too. I can put this in the fridge in a covered dish and I can heat it up and eat it up tomorrow. So I'm going to throw those little pieces away. These little pieces I'm going to put there. All right. I think that's good. So now I'm going to melt some butter and put that over top. All right, let's get some melted butter. Just going to brush it on here like that. I just want to give each potato a little bit of butter so it can hold on to the seasonings. Normally when I roast potatoes, I roast them in olive oil and a little bit of butter. But tonight, we're just going to do the butter. Because again, it sounds good. This is a test kitchen today. A full-on test kitchen. Almost a perfect amount of butter. I like that. I like that a lot. Let me separate those. Make sure they both have plenty of butter. All right. And now we're just going to add a little bit of salt. It doesn't take a lot because these potatoes are super thin. There we go. And a little bit of pepper. I'm not going to put a lot. There we go. That looks good. All right, y'all. These are going into a 400-degree oven for about 30 minutes. Then we're going to pull them out and we're going to put some cheese on these. Yeah, we're going to put some cheese on these. And then we're going to put them back in the oven until the cheese melts. So, stick around. This creation is coming together. It's time to get the potatoes out of the oven. We'll go ahead and turn my timer off. Grab these out. Woo, mercy. Those thinner ones have turned into chips. Yeah, they're all good and done. So now, what I want to do is, I'm going to just kind of stir them up a little bit. Those are going to try to stick, but we're going to coax them into cooperating. All right. Just kind of gather them all in the center there, like that. Now I've got a bag of Colby Jack. I actually forgot about getting this out, so it's still a little bit frozen. It'll be all right. It'll do what I need it to do. I'm going to have to slow down on using my Colby Jack, or else I'm going to be out before time to go restock it the first of the year. I just want to make sure that I get enough cheese over top of these. We love cheese. Just a little bit more. No such thing as too much cheese. Cheese is never a bad thing. All right. There's our cheese. I'm going to go rinse my hand off real quick. Now I'm just going to add some of these green onions. I chop my green onions up and I store them in the freezer. So these are still a little frozen. So I'm just going to place them around. We're going to put them in with this so that they can heat up. You'll never know that they were frozen, I promise you. This is the best way I know to keep green onions on hand, so you can have them all year long. All right. Well, got some sticking to me. All right, this is going to go back in the oven for about 8 minutes or so, or until my cheese is good and melted and bubbly. There we go. I think our cheese has melted beautifully. So let's grab this out. Yes. Yes. All right, y'all, I'm going to grab the other components that are in my mind that will go on this, and we'll be right back. All right, so I'm going to add some of our barbecue chicken. Just here, there, and everywhere. Aiden has decided that he only wants barbecue chicken tonight. And we pick our battles. And that's not a really big one that I want to deal with. And there he is. I probably will not put all of this on here. But
this chicken is amazing.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm so glad you think so. Just a little bit more there in the center. There we go. All right. And then I thinned out a little bit of sour cream. So I am just going to drizzle this over. Oop, not much drizzling going on there, is there? That just went wherever it wanted to go. My drizzling skills are lacking. Y'all.
I want to tell the camera something.
Okay.
People watching.
Tell them.
Guys, could you just say in the comments why water bottles make that crackling sound when you're drinking out of one? Because I really want to know.
Okay, thank you. Oh, forgot to turn my oven off. All right, y'all. Is it wrong that I want to add bacon to this? I mean, you could totally do like bacon and chicken. Right? Right? Because I am thinking that I would like to scatter some bacon along this.
Bacon and bacon kind of rhyme.
Yeah. I think this is going to be pretty good. I think. We shall see. I'm going to set this over here. And I'm going to look and see what else I can find to go on here. Because, oh yeah, I forgot. We have more barbecue sauce. So, let's get a little bit creative. Now that's drizzling a lot better. Not much, just a little bit. And if Paps wants to put more on his, then he can. If not, that's fine too. Let me lift this
It's
up.
already covered in the barbecue sauce.
That is beautiful. And that is exactly what I had in my mind when I woke up this morning. So let me get this plated up and we'll be right back. All right, y'all. I have to do a taste test of my own invention with you guys. Like, I can't just tell you guys, oh, it was so good. Y'all need to see my facial expression when I try, okay? So I'm going to get a good bite of everything. Here we go. Okay. Okay. So, what I will say, it is good, okay? Do not get me wrong on that. It is good. But, I am not a fan of the Hawaiian barbecue sauce. Just not. I thought I would be because I do like sweeter barbecue sauces. But I'm not. Not a fan. But, it's good. This is really good. This is what I wanted. And I am happy that I got it. So, we're good. All right, y'all. It's time to taste test this apple butter pie. Are you excited? Yes. Why are you whispering? All right. Let's do a taste test.
Imagine just waking up in the middle of the night and seeing this standing up above your bed.
Okay, here. All right, let's do this taste test. Ready? You got your piece ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
I need to cut it.
Dude.
How did you just do that?
All right, let's do this taste test. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Mmm. That's really good. Mmm. That's really good. What do you think?
It's way too good. Look at this.
All right, y'all. Let's go eat our pie. You ready?
But look at the inside of that. Let me pick it up. Look at the inside of that. Tell me that doesn't look so good. That is actually so good, though. It tastes like mushed up bananas. I like mushed up bananas. So yeah. If you just take bananas and mush them up, it would taste exactly like this pie.
Well, y'all, we made it through another day. 3 meals at home. I'm going to call that a win. My invention meal. Y'all, it was good. It was good. It did teach me that I am not a huge fan of Sweet Baby Ray's Hawaiian sauce. It's a little on the sweet side for me, but it was still good. The meal was still good. So, the problem is that I got it on clearance for like 50 cents a bottle, and I have several bottles of it in there. And you know what? That looks like a really good blessing box item to me. Somebody likes that, or it wouldn't be on the shelves. So, somebody needs that in their life, and it's not me. As far as the apple butter pie goes, y'all, that was so good. Like, you know how a pumpkin pie or a sweet potato pie bakes up? Well, that's how this apple butter pie baked up. It's like a custard, a really, really good custard. It has got all the flavor, all the things, and it's really good. And I don't know that it'll go on our Thanksgiving menu, but y'all, it's going on our Christmas one for sure. For sure. And I may make a couple just to give away as gifts during the holidays. We'll see. We'll see. It was good. So tonight I want to talk to you guys a little bit about stocking. Something that I noticed when I was working on restocking earlier this year. I always want to say last year, and it's not last year yet. It's actually just this year earlier. I don't know why, but yeah. So when I was restocking earlier this year, I ordered a few things from Sam's. I live about an hour and 15, hour 20, maybe more, depending on traffic, away from a local Sam's. That's as local to me as it gets. And so I don't go very often. I do like to place orders online, and I do have the membership where everything's free shipping. So I take advantage of that. I do. I take advantage of that. And I placed an order for some diced tomatoes, I think it was. Some kind of tomato products. And because I wanted to make sure that I had enough on my shelves, we didn't get a whole lot of tomatoes out of the garden last year. So I was afraid I was going to run out before we got our tomatoes harvested this year. So I went ahead and ordered some. And when they got here, there were two or three cans that were dented. And I don't buy dented cans because then the product is compromised. And they expired in like a month. Yeah, like I ordered them in February, sometime in February, and they expired like the first week of April. And I'm like, are you guys serious? That's not cool with me. I spent this money to have this on my shelf. And if you go to the grocery store and you pick it up, then, you're getting a use by date of at least more than 6 weeks. I mean, good Lord, who could use that many tomatoes in that little time? Not me. I wanted it to put on my shelves to make sure that I had enough to get me through till August or September. I was wrong. The dented cans I opened up immediately and made sure that they were still okay. And there was one that I just threw away. It was disgusting. And I sent an email to Sam's to let them know the condition that they came in, and I took pictures and all that, had full-on documentation, and I sent them an email and was like, this is not cool with me. And they did replace what was sent to me, but y'all, I still got the dented cans, the ones that came in afterwards. Two of those were dented. So it's like, okay, I give up. I give up. And the use by dates were, again, within a couple of months. So I just gave up. And that's the stuff that I used first. But you got to be careful when you're ordering like that. Sometimes it's just best to just go to these stores and shop yourself instead of doing a pickup or a delivery order or whatever. Sometimes it's just best to suck it up and go on and do it yourself, because otherwise you're going to wind up with stuff that other people want you to have. It's not the best quality. It's not bang for your buck, and you're going to wind up losing on that instead of achieving what you were set out to achieve, which with me was to have shelf-stable tomatoes that would last me for, at least 5-6 months. It didn't happen. I learned a very valuable lesson during that time, and that is canned stuff, I will pick out myself. I'm good, thank you. Have y'all ever experienced anything like that? If you have, drop a comment down below. Let me know what your experience was and if you got resolution on that experience or not. I'd like to know. Some places have no problem taking care of that issue, and then there's others that just want to argue with you and refuse to help you out in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And to me, that's unacceptable. That's not good customer service. And they will quickly lose my business if they act in that way. I'm just saying. I don't put up with that. So, if you've experienced that, let me know. I'm just curious. And I'd like to know how you handled it and the resolution that you got, if any. Alright, y'all. I'm going to end the video here tonight. I've got Aiden all showered up and smelling handsome. I am going to go put my PJs on, and we're going to have story time and just kind of start settling in for the night and getting ready to hit the bed, because y'all, it's been a long day and tomorrow is grocery list day. So I'm going to bring you guys along with me tomorrow as I make my grocery list and check my apps and all the things, so that you guys can get a better idea or a better understanding of how I do what I do, and you can see the steps that I take. I'm not just talking about it, I'm being about it. So I'll bring you guys along with me for that. But thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being here. Aiden and I truly appreciate each and every one of you that take the time out of your day every day to sit and watch our videos, to comment, to like, to share the videos with your friends. Y'all just don't even know how much that means to me. Really, you don't know. That makes this old girl's heart go pitter-patter and just makes me happy. So, much love to each and every one of y'all, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, y'all.